Hi.
Hello.
You're watching the Christiana 321. I am the Christiana.
I am the Christiana's boyfriend.
Yes. And we're getting close to Halloween. Whenever I moved out of my house, I started creating some holiday traditions for myself because most of the time I didn't spend the holiday in my dwelling, my apartment or whatever. So I didn't decorate, I didn't do anything like that, but I needed a way to acknowledge the season on my own. So one thing that I would do is I would put on a movie for the season, whether or not other people agree that Star Wars is a Christmas movie. Star Wars is a Christmas movie, and that's how this tradition started. But instead, I would do it for all kinds of different holidays. It started with Christmas. And I would build a Lego set or an off-brand Lego set while watching the movie. However, in an effort to bring in the boyfriend into my holiday traditions, we're going to do that without a movie and with talking to each other and to you guys about Halloween and traditions and things. And that's a long enough preamble. So I've got Frankenstein and an owl with some pumpkins. Which one would you like?
I think I'll go with the owl. 3 bags.
Oh no. Also, it's gonna be some great ASMR of crinkling bags and Lego bricks and things.
She does a lot of book videos. Let me show you one of my favorite books. A lot of reading in this one.
Do you have a strategy when it comes to Lego sets?
I just follow directions. I don't do anything fancy. Usually when I'm doing a Lego set, it's like a used set, so I don't know if all the pieces are there, so I'll try to organize them by color or something first. And I'll hope that the missing pieces are not important.
Yeah, I tend to organize by color first.
Page 1, done. It's this. This is all of page 1.
Another reason for this tradition is it needs to be a Lego set, or another feature of this tradition is it has to be a Lego set that I can do in one sitting, like during one movie. Otherwise, if I leave any pieces up, my cats will redistribute them throughout my house.
I would do the same. I would take that one important piece and just...
So, do you have a favorite Halloween costume growing up?
So I got a, like, stereotypical redneck mechanic. It was a fat suit, it was in the jumpsuit and everything. It said Bubba, and a George W. Bush mask. I won Best of Show in elementary school for that.
Elementary school.
Maybe it was middle school. It was whenever he was president. It was somewhere in there.
Well, you're 24, right? So you were...
It was well after he was president. I was 2 years old. What about you? What is your best Halloween costume?
The one that I remember the most was when I dressed up as the 50s chick in the poodle skirt. Grandma made us all, me and my 2 sisters, all poodle skirts that year. But then it snowed like, I don't know, 6 inches or something. And so then I had to wear a puffy jacket over my poodle skirt. And whenever I'd go to houses of people that I know, I wanted to show them my costume. So I'd flash them.
So you were the flasher for Halloween.
Yep. Yeah, I had a few. Once I got into high school, I got really into dressing up for like spirit days and stuff. And then college, like a whole time. It's like high school when I was dressing up, it was mostly costumes that you could buy at Spirit Halloween kind of thing. But then college, I had to get creative with it and make my own from stuff.
What kind of costumes did you make?
Turns out I'm really bad at doing Legos while talking. Also, it's fine to say Legos. Bite me.
I think we need an expert opinion in this. If the Lego Kingpin happens to follow you, then he can comment below.
I doubt it.
I mean, you're doing a Lego video. If he's not following, he will show up. He shows up anytime anything Lego is involved.
It's like Beetlejuice. If you say Legos 3 times,
Then
he will be in the comments. Well, actually.
If you say Legos 3 times, he will come with a Lego baseball bat to beat you.
That's what Beetlejuice is about, right?
Mm-hmm. I think that's actually from the movie.
I haven't seen it.
You haven't seen Beetlejuice?
I have not seen Beetlejuice.
You're wearing a Beetlejuice shirt.
No, I'm wearing a Jack Skellington shirt. Have you seen Nightmare Before Christmas?
I've not. First time I saw you wearing that shirt, Beetlejuice was my first thought, and it wasn't even Halloween time.
Was it fun?
It was when we went to Chattanooga, which was like March-ish.
Okay. Well, so what is your favorite scary / Halloween movie?
I don't do Halloween because they like to try and schedule Halloween at Christmas time.
So you don't watch any scary movies?
Not really. They bore me.
What about Don't Worry, Darling?
I wouldn't classify that as a scary movie.
No?
It was
Weird.
suspense, maybe. Even then,
Yeah. Call it suspense, maybe like psychological thriller a little bit. Yeah, it was trying to be something. Young Frankenstein.
Young Frankenstein is a good one. I like anything that Mel Brooks puts out.
He hasn't seen the Harry Potter movies.
I have not.
Harry Potter movies, some people classify those as Christmas movies because Christmas takes place during the books, but it's all like magical and stuff. So to me, I don't know. I feel like it could go either way.
It's not the right kind of magic to be a Christmas movie.
No, I mean, the magic stuff makes it a Halloween movie because wizards and witches and all the like monsters and stuff.
I'm very angry with this Lego set.
What's that?
It was 3 bags. Every Lego set that I've ever done, there's been multiple bags. It's okay, we're going to do everything from bag 1 first and everything from bag 2. Now it's just take this from that bag and this from the other bag and it's all together at once. And that's not how it's supposed to be done.
You should write a letter.
I may. So if you ever do Lego set 40497, be prepared for anger.
Also, I feel like any of the Lego sets that are under 500 pieces, it's okay for them to be in multiple bags.
Why not just put it in one bag if you're going to have them all at the same time? I'm trying to save plastic. I'm an environmentalist.
Okay. I feel like I'm missing a piece.
I feel like I'm making a bat and not a bird. Does that not look like a bat? It looks like a bat.
It's just the base of it.
The base of the bird is a bat. It's bat bird.
I mean, bats and birds do have a lot in common. Why can't I find this piece? This is why I split it up by color usually.
Maybe it's the piece that I dispersed for you.
Dang cats. Needs to be this shape. 2x2, but black. But the only 2x2 but black that I see only has half of the tops.
So like this one?
Yeah, like that one.
I can't let you use mine. I'm probably going to need it.
Probably. Unless maybe when I opened it, mine went flying over to you.
Maybe. Okay, so now I'm covering up the bat. What am I going to do? 4 pieces covering that. So there's just a bat hidden in this set. Don't worry about it.
A lot of these that have been, you get to a point where it just does not make sense. And that's okay, because eventually, oh, I figured it out.
Was it attached to something?
No, instead of being black and light or black and dark gray, they're supposed to be dark gray and light gray. Instead of, like, I didn't need the black pieces, I needed a gray piece. Do you have any Halloween traditions ever?
Usually enjoy my Christmas tree a couple of weeks, about a month before Halloween.
I don't think that counts as a Halloween tradition.
Well, it's not my fault they put Halloween into Christmas time.
if you're the one that's choosing when to start celebrating Christmas, it's kind of your fault.
She wouldn't let me wear my Christmas shirt. So other than Lego sets, what are your Halloween traditions?
Well, obviously getting dressed up every year. Try and watch Nightmare Before Christmas every year, though I think I've missed a few. I always get the cats some Halloween toys. And I like to dress up, when I worked in an office, I would do like costumes that could be work outfits and wear those.
Like suspenders?
Yeah, I feel like maybe. There's one year that I dressed up as my boss because he wore basically the same outfit every single day, and I thought it was hilarious. He thought it was hilarious. Very few other people even realized that that's what I was doing. I even got a mug that looked like the mug that he had, but I couldn't find the exact one. I was very disappointed. But then I found out that the company that the exact mug came from, I don't support their politics. So there was one year leading up to Halloween that every day of October I wrote a different like riddle on my whiteboard at work, and then the answer was hidden under this like sheet of paper, and so people would always come over and hang out and try and guess the answer to the puzzle, or I mean, it was basically jokes, puns.
Do you remember any of them?
I remember the answer to one of them was he couldn't remember which was which. I feel like what is a ghost's favorite kind of muffin?
Boo-berry?
Yeah. One of those people.
What do you mean one of those people?
Somebody tells you a joke like that, you're not supposed to actually answer. You're supposed to say, I don't know, what kind? Even if you feel like you know the answer.
If you ask me a question, I'm gonna answer that question.
I know, but like, then it just kind of ends the joke, ends the fun.
My favorite is when my answer for the joke is funnier than the actual answer for the joke.
How often does that happen?
What happened today? I don't remember what the joke was though.
I wasn't there.
No, you weren't there. It was at work. Something to do with a dog and a vet. And I don't remember it at all. It'll come to me.
What about you guys? Do you have any good Halloween traditions?
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah. No, we should try and do that this year.
Yeah.
Haunted houses. How do you feel about haunted houses?
I love haunted houses.
Yeah.
They're a lot of fun. There was one that I went to when I was a kid. It's in the middle of the woods, in the middle of nowhere, and there's a haunted house, but you have to walk like a mile through dark woods to get to it. And there are people chasing you around with chainsaws. It was wonderful.
One time I was one of the actors in a haunted house.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, it's one my high school put on in our theater. And I don't know, I had some like ridiculous mask on, and whenever people would go by, I would split the throat of one of my fellow actors. Pretend to slit their throat, and then drag them off. They were kind of like, at the beginning of the night, dragging them was a great idea. By the end of the night, it was like the 50th time, they got kind of heavy. So one thing about these brickhead ones is they always make the brain pink, even though you can't see it. But I love it. You know it's there.
Like the bat that's hidden underneath all of this.
Exactly. Well, it's got pink blocks, so I bet that's gonna be the owl's brain.
Maybe.
So after I make these, I made some that were Star Wars, like Mandalorian, Baby Yoda. Those ones I took into work, but I had to remove. Han Solo I also brought into work. That I had to remove anything that looked like a weapon. And then the Christmas ones, I had like a reindeer and some elves, and those I kept at home. But then someone, I won't name names, but They're two of them, and they're furry and have tails, liked to try and pick up the Legos after they were done being made and carry them about the house. And so like the reindeer's antler would come off and just be wherever, and eventually I just had to get rid of them. Not the cats.
I was just gonna say,
We'll see how they feel about Frank.
one day you're gonna come home, Frankenstein will be completely still assembled exactly how you left it, except the brain will be on the other side of the house.
So his has about 100 more pieces than mine does, and that was not intentional. When I got these, I didn't know that I'd be sharing.
Well, you know what they say in kindergarten. Sharing is caring.
I'm happy to share with you. I'm just explaining why yours is taking so much longer.
Although I would like to point out that you're on step 21 and I'm on step 32.
Any other memorable Halloween stories? Anecdotes?
Caught it. Well, there was the one that I just told you about in the restaurant.
I don't remember.
See, she listens to me when I talk. She's
For their benefit.
very attentive.
As soon as you start the story, I'll remember.
So, when I was a kid, I went trick-or-treating, and I went to a house that had a bowl left outside
Yeah.
that said, please take one. So I took the entire bowl, and I took the bowl. And my dad thought it was hilarious, and he said I would have done the same thing. My mother disagreed. One of the few, possibly only times that she was the voice of reason in my family.
Favorite Halloween candy?
Probably the Reese's Peanut Butter Pumpkins, which are the second best Reese's product.
It's the best Reese's product.
The best Reese's product is the peanut butter eggs. The Christmas trees are probably about tied with the pumpkins, but I recently had Reese's Peanut Butter Footballs, which are just a hair behind the trees and the pumpkins.
I feel like the trees and the pumpkins are the same, just very slightly different shapes.
I've tried the Halloween Peeps. They're not as good as the Easter ones. Nothing beats the Easter Peeps.
I haven't had Peeps in a long time, but early on in my YouTube video making career, I don't know that you can call it a career when it has had zero profits, but early on when I was making videos, the Vlogbrothers had a whole thing about Peeps, and so I bought some Peeps to make a response video kind of thing, or inspired by video, and never ended up happening. So then I just had a box of Peeps for years, and they do eventually harden.
They wouldn't last long around me. I literally ate an entire tray of Peeps today. I have a case. There's like 100 of them in there. Possibly more sitting on my desk at work, and I have a tray of 6 every single day. Don't worry, they're the Easter Peeps, not the Halloween ones.
I do like anything pumpkin flavored, but not really for candy. I feel like for Halloween candy, I always went very traditional and liked Reese's, regular Reese's, or Snickers.
You call it the right thing.
I only actually call them Reese's when I'm saying Reese's Pieces, and any other time it's meant to bother you.
That makes sense, because it does kind of bother me a little. I feel like Halloween is the worst candy holiday. There's no, what do you get? Candy corn? Circus peanuts?
Yeah. Circus peanuts? Halloween?
I think so. I always assumed they were Halloween. Easter is the prime candy holiday. There is no candy holiday better than Easter.
Just because of the Peeps.
Well, you got your Peeps, jelly beans, Cadbury eggs. There's so many delicious options. Reese's peanut butter eggs, the premier Reese's product.
I don't know. See, the problem with Halloween is I don't go for the typical Halloween candy. Like, I just go for candy. I feel like all candy is Halloween candy. Christmas, again, delicious treats and things. baked goods at Christmas are the best baked goods. Snickerdoodles. I love snickerdoodles.
I would like to change my answer.
Okay.
Pumpkin pie and apple pie.
Those are candy.
It's better than candy. I probably eat one pumpkin pie a week at least this time of year. Costco has the best pumpkin pies. At least that I've tried so far. Most store-bought pumpkin pie isn't all that great.
I don't remember the last time I had store-bought pumpkin pie. Normally it's homemade. Oh, I'm sorry. I won't make you a pumpkin pie this year.
I never
No,
said
you
you
want
shouldn't.
Costco pumpkin pie. That's
All
fine.
I want is pumpkin pie. Or apple pie.
I've never made an apple pie, and so I do plan on trying that this year. We'll see how it goes.
I made you an
Might
apple.
be edible.
I made you an apple dessert once. I made you an apple pie-like dessert once.
You did.
It was delicious.
It was.
I took croissants and flattened them out on a pan, and I loaded it with sweetened cream cheese. There was like 3 pounds of cream cheese and a mountain of sugar all mixed together, slathered on it. I put apple pie filling and then another layer of the croissants on top. It was wonderful. I gained 12 pounds eating that over the next day.
It was kind of similar to like an apple turnover or like a homemade apple Pop-Tart. However, do you remember anything being amiss with it?
I do not.
The dough was not cooked.
Oh, half of it was.
The dough was half cooked.
One half was cooked, the other half was a little, but it doesn't need to be totally cooked. It's good that way.
But the half that was cooked was delicious. I will give you that.
I actually preferred the undercooked half. Although I do love eating dough. By the way, the pink piece was his brain, although there are 2 more pink pieces, so maybe he's got 2 more brains.
Should have cut my nails before this. Some of these precision placements are getting challenging.
Yeah, but if you put it in the wrong place, the nails really work to your advantage to take it off.
Yeah, whenever I left Georgia, I left all of my, or a lot of my desk decorations behind. I wonder what happened to poor baby Grogu.
Oh, wait. He has 2 brains. There's one hidden inside here. Although if this is his feet, maybe that's not his brain. Maybe that's his stomach, and this is... I don't know. There's a third one that's probably going to be above here somewhere. Maybe one's his butt. And then the next one's his stomach, and the next one's his brain.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like his butt is probably on the outside, so maybe it's like his colon.
Maybe.
Or intestines.
Maybe it's his Neptune. Uranus. That's the joke planet.
I have been talking more about the podcast. However, I don't feel like we're ready to make any announcements yet.
That's why I limited it. I could have gone all the way.
Uh-huh.
See, now his 3rd brain is in. Although he does have 6 buttholes back here. See?
Well, you know, like, there's the whole, I don't know, stereotype about owls being wise. Maybe they do have 3 brains.
Maybe. That would explain a lot.
I feel like I'm gonna have some pieces left over.
Well, then you did it wrong.
Or they're just following the IKEA model.
IKEA doesn't have pieces left over.
Then you did it wrong.
What did I do wrong?
Whatever you built from IKEA.
Oh, I don't follow the instructions. Because I'm a man.
Okay, then I feel like it is even more likely that you did it wrong.
Well, that's just rude.
I've got one sweater that people always call my Freddy Krueger sweater that you probably saw sometime last winter.
Possibly.
And so that's another one that I would wear around Halloween.
I lost a piece and I don't know where it went.
Oh no. A lot of times I like to line up which way the word Lego on the little bits are going. And this time I did not do that for the base. And so I'm just going to have to be okay with the fact that he's going to stand sideways.
Or you could just take it apart and do it over
I
again.
tried. I didn't feel like trying any harder than that. Yep, I've got 5 pieces left over.
Well, you missed 5 steps.
You think he has a third eye?
It's possible.
Don't think that's how Legos work.
Lego, how Lego works. That's twice you've said it now. He's gonna show up. Hopefully the piece that I lost is not important.
Yeah.
I heard it fall, but I didn't see it fall, so I don't know what it is.
Hopefully it's one of the extra pieces.
Extra pieces. I'm getting there. I'm on step 59. Yep, I need the piece that's missing. See, if there was a cat here, we could have sent the cat down there to find it for me.
They probably would have eaten it, so then you'd have to wait for them to deposit it.
Well, the piece was brown, so you wouldn't even be able to tell the difference.
Yeah, it would be very difficult to find it if they found it first. About Corpse Bride.
I have not seen it.
What about Coraline?
I don't even think I've heard of that one.
With Neil Gaiman?
What? I heard Neil Diamond.
Neil Gaiman.
I don't know who that is.
He's an author. He wrote Coraline, but then they turned it into... is it like claymation, I think? It was real creepy. He usually writes, I think, YA kind of books, but Coraline, I believe, is supposed to be a children's book, but it is very freaky. So you've never seen any scary movies?
No, I've seen like Paranormal Activity or Drag Me to Hell or Scream or...
I haven't seen any of this.
I'm sure there have been many others that I can't remember off the top of my head. I just find them boring. I enjoyed Paranormal Activity only because I could scare the people who were sitting in front of me at the movies. It was so much fun. I saw that movie like 5 or 6 times in the theaters, and whoever was sitting in front of me was screwed. I want to leave him like this so his brain's sticking out.
You do whatever you want to do. When I was in college, I had some friends who really enjoyed scary movies. And so a lot of times they would say, hey, let's watch a movie. And I would say, it's not a scary movie, right? And they're like, no, it's a rom-com. And then it would be, what was the movie? Shrooms. That was very much a scary movie. Like a bunch of teenagers or something who go camping in Scotland and take some bad shrooms, and there's like ghosts or demons or something. I don't know, I blocked it out.
I've seen the Saw movies too. I think I've seen all of them. Those were interesting.
I know I've seen the first one. I don't know if I've seen any of the others.
What about Human Centipede?
No.
I've never seen it, but it sounds like something that I would want to watch.
Yeah?
I don't know why. Just maybe because it's gross.
Yeah, I've got no desire for that one. But 7? Brad Pitt?
I would not call that a scary movie.
I mean, I would count it in the same realm as Saw.
Really?
Yeah. Kind of psychological, slow burn kind of thing. I mean, I guess Saw probably people wouldn't count as slow burn. But I also thought that I Am Legend is a scary movie, so.
You know they're making a sequel to that?
I've heard that, but like, how?
I just watched the trailer. Apparently, Will Smith is somehow alive during this one. There's other people. I don't know, the trailer didn't give much away, but it's like November of next year it's coming out, and I'm really excited.
Let's see if there's like a prequel, like how he survived to the point of the first movie starting, but
It's possible. I don't want to give any spoilers to the first one, but it was kind of implied that the end of the first one had happened,
yeah.
but it was just implied, so I don't I really don't know. I tried to make him cross-eyed and it looks perfectly normal. It didn't work. And those pieces are too tiny to be able to pull up. I don't have fancy Cristiano nails.
I don't know that my nails would be able to help with that. There wouldn't be enough friction.
Alright, we're about to cover up his brain with green for some reason.
Zombie.
And his skull is green. Step 71.
You do any pranking on Halloween ever?
Nothing that I'm willing to admit on video.
There was one year in, it was either like 8th grade or maybe sometime in high school where I was too old. I felt too old to go and get candy. And so but I still wanted to dress up. So I attempted to do a costume where I was a car crash victim. And I just like walked around the neighborhood while everybody was trick-or-treating. And I feel like it was kind of in poor taste.
Did anyone call the police to make sure that the weird girl is okay?
But, like, I didn't even do good makeup or anything. Like, I basically just kind of dressed in worn out, like, maybe ripped clothes. And maybe I attempted a little bit of makeup. I don't remember. Like, I think I gave myself, like, really dark shadow under my eyes, so it kind of looked like I had a black eye. But yeah, very much low effort. And then there's somebody who's dressed up as Darth Maul, and he kept acting like he knew me and like hanging out around me, but he just had a plastic Darth Maul mask on, and so I could not tell. I had no idea who that person was.
Never figured it out?
No, like we didn't even talk or anything. He just kind of like hung around. We had some staring contests. I hope he was someone from school and not just like, cause I mean we were at the age where he was adult height, but like also 8th or 9th grader height as well. So could have been just some creepy old dude in a mask. I have zero idea.
I had to fix a screw up. I put a piece in the wrong spot and it was all these little ones that I had to pry up. And you have little faith in your nails, so I had to use my bitten to the bone fingernails. His feet don't work very well. They don't hold him up.
Well, they are made of Lego brick.
I appreciate you saying it that way. And Lego Kingpin does as well.
I don't want him to just magically appear in your kitchen.
No, he'll be at your house waiting for you.
In the basement.
I don't want to see the piece that I need because that's brown, not black. I'm colorblind.
I made the same mistake growing up.
What are you doing?
Just playing. It's a toy. I'm playing with it.
It's a collectible and you're breaking it.
We should have gotten the Mr. Crazy glue. Oh, is someone from the Lego movie?
I've never seen the Lego movie. I know, surprising.
Everything is awesome.
That can be our Halloween tradition, watching the Lego movie.
As long as we're wearing Halloween pajamas.
Okay. We'll need to get Halloween pajamas. Distracting me, woman. I'm excited. The end screens are my favorite. If you don't stick around and watch the end screens of her videos, you need to go back a few because they have been awesome.
Not the Sunrise Chat one, because there wasn't one, but the other ones. I've been trying. I like that its wings can kind of flap.
And let's line up the butt bricks with the floor brick. Oh! And we are done. Well, I must have missed some pieces.
Told you there's some extra ones.
Well, I don't think so. I'm just going to put these flowers on here. And if you recall, there's a bat hidden inside here. I'm not going to take this whole thing apart to do it, but he spins and his wings flap.
He stalks his creator and then tries to kill him when he won't be his friend.
That's relatable.
thank you so much for watching this video. Hopefully it wasn't actually an hour long, because that's how long we've been filming.
I'm okay with that. We can film for another hour.
I've got to go home.
We'll put this on his butt.
Hey, go for it.
There's no spot for it though. I'll put it on the leaf, so the leaf is watching.
Or so he just pooped it out.
He pooped out an eyeball. And some bricks. You've heard that phrase, right? I'm not gonna say it because this is YouTube.
Pooping bricks.
Yes, pooping bricks.
So let us know in the comments, what are some of your Halloween traditions, or what was your favorite costume that you wore growing up? We're still putting on some final touches.
All the extra pieces are now on here. I've used the entire buffalo to make an owl.
Like this video if you liked it, subscribe so that I can have more subscribers than him. I'm only behind by 191,017 or something. I don't know. And good night, sweet dreams. Wow, that was a cool video. You should click on the video over here too.
Or click on the video over here.
Or click on me to subscribe. Bye.